Hi again, everybody. It's Kevin Knessa coming to you from the newsroom of The Observer and TheObserver.com on this, the 8th day of December in the year 2023. Sure hope you're enjoying your Friday, no matter where it is you are in the country. And as you can see on the screen with me today is the one and only Tony Mondaro, who is the founder and director of the Harrison Weather Center. Tony says we may have a weather event coming up on Sunday, so he was kind enough to reach out to join us today, and here he is now to tell us about what we might expect this weekend. Tony, thank you for doing this.
My pleasure, Kevin, and thank you for having us. We're just right now we're really concerned about Sunday night and Monday with a rain and a wind event. We think that the National Weather Service will be posting headlines, which means either a flood watch or wind advisories for Sunday night into Monday. Right now, I think tomorrow on Saturday and the rest of today is going to be just fine weather-wise, with temperatures in the upper 40s to near 50 today and below the mid 50s tomorrow on Saturday. So if anybody's out and about to doing any shopping or putting up holiday decorations tomorrow, and it will be your best day, and also this afternoon, you'll have the weather. And before it goes downhill on Sunday, which we think the rain begins on Sunday night, winds really pick up Sunday night into Monday morning. And some of these wind gusts can be quite strong, Kevin. We think they can approach 40 to 50 miles per hour.
Oh,
So those of you who have anything that's loose outside, especially any type of loose decorations and stuff like that, you may want to secure them. Anybody who lives in a flood-prone area may want to try to watch for flooding. Rainfall amounts could approach 2 inches in area rain gauges on the overnight Sunday into Monday morning. And as this pushes through, it should be out of here by mid to late morning on Monday, and being a 9 week next week with seasonable temperatures and no major winter storms in sight.
now, if I'm not mistaken, I read your report this morning. You were saying, too, that it's possible on Sunday, while all this is happening, it might get into the 60s. Is that right?
Yeah. I think ahead of the front on a very stiff southerly wind, we could get into the low to mid 60s during the event, and with some instability too. And we don't want to leave this out. We also can maybe have a clap or two of thunder on Sunday night, overnight into Monday morning as well.
How rare is it for something like that to happen in something like this to happen in December? I don't think of 60 to 65 degrees in December too often. Is it a rare thing?
I'll tell you something. We're not huge, into the climate change theory. We think there's something to it, but we don't think it's in the extreme as some of the media plays it out to be.
Right.
And what really concerns me is you're right. You're seeing less snow each winter time that we're coming. We only had a couple of inches of snow last winter, where we usually have 28 inches of snow as our average,
Wow.
and temperatures in the 60s in December. Grass still green, and some people even still cutting their lawns, in December. So yeah, we think something to be concerned about is, as far as our global warming a little bit. Well, as you know, in the wintertime, it only takes a front or two where we run to an issue where we have cold and impossibly snowier conditions.
Truly. Now, this is the first time we've ever joined you live from the heart of the operations of the Harrison Weather Center. So, before we
Right.
sign off, could you give us a little bit of a maybe a tour of what's behind you right there, so people can realize what you're doing right there?
Yeah, absolutely. As you're seeing to my left here, that black screen, that's all weather observations that we're monitoring coming in from the local airports. And we monitor the states of all the way from New York State all the way down to the DC area. The two lower computers there, they are our system where we look for forecast information, and that continually updates in our radar. Over my shoulder, where the clocks are going left to right, you have the National Weather Service's chat, where we can talk to the meteorologists at the National Weather Service. We also communicate with two offices, the Mount Holly and the National Weather Service office over in Upton, New York. And to the far right there is a weather station. And then at harrisonweather.com, you have our live weather stations, and that's the monitors that we monitor that up above. You have there's two weather stations. There's one that sits on the rooftop and one on the ground, and then we have satellite updating, and a little TV screen just to the left of the clocks there would be the AccuWeather channel. We monitor all the local weather channels just for situational awareness, as well as all the local news channels as well. And of course, we monitor the Observer newspaper for the latest and greatest breaking news, in the area. I see Mayor Doyle has signed on. It's very nice. And Kevin, you really do a nice job here. And this is something we're going to try, folks, this winter when we have a notable weather event where we'll come on. If Kevin has the time and I find the time as well, where we can give you the latest and greatest information like we do on Facebook. And I thank Kevin and the Observer newspaper for the opportunity.
Oh, let me tell you this, Tony. If you have the time, I don't care what I'm doing, I'm going to make the time because you know better than anybody how often the TV stations inflate, excite, lie, give inaccurate information, and people around here truly trust you. And that's what the mayor said too. We take you seriously with your information, and that's because what they get on TV is often all that inflated garbage. So I will always make the time for you. I hope you know that. We're very grateful to you.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. And I think this will really pay off when we get deeper into the winter season. I was one that thought that we had a snowstorm in us before the winter season, but seeing what we're seeing in the long range modeling for the next few weeks up through Christmas, it looks like temperatures will average milder than normal. So we may have to wait into January for our first big storm. But we're monitoring every area of low pressure that develops along the continental United States. So we'll be watching everything very closely. And while I have you and also our Facebook friends, I want to say thank you for the opportunity today for being on with you and all my Facebook friends that are out there. Thank you for being Facebook fans. Whether we have 1 or 5,000, we really try to do our best we can, the best we can for the community.
Yeah, truly nobody does it better than you, Tony Mondaro. That is the God's honest truth. I'm not just blowing smoke because I know you and love you. It's because it's the truth. And I thank you for joining us today. And I'll tell you what, I look forward to doing this again as many times as you want. So whenever you're ready, give us the call or give us a shout, and we will make it happen. Okay, Tony?
Awesome. Thank you, sir, and have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too, Tony. Tony Mondaro here with us, and I'll sign off for now, and we'll see you back here soon. Take care, everybody.